So look, obviously we want to give some context to the case studies. The first one is who is Eden Smith?
Who? Go to Matt. No. Eden Smith. We are a big data and analytics recruitment business, incepted back in March of this year. There's now 6 of us in the business. Core markets, data science, data engineering, visualization, and insight and analytics around sort of data analysis. Looking to become more of a consultancy than a recruitment business, and that's what we're working with the guys to really sort of sit down and thrash out and strategise around as well.
That's quite niche, isn't it? Data analysis there.
Yeah, very niche.
Yeah.
So we did quite a lot of work before we started the business in our previous companies.
Yeah.
So I was a business development director, Matt was running permanent contracts, recruitment business in different markets, and we were both at the time looking at what were the new and up and coming markets where we needed to position ourselves or position those businesses in. And it was data and analytics, cloud and security. There's a crossover between them all, but this one was the market that seemed to be right at the forefront of its kind of explosion, if you like, of where there was the most interest.
Yeah, and they need a specific type of people as well, don't they?
Well, there isn't hardly anyone out there. That's the whole point. That's
Real talent shortage. That's the whole point of this.
One of the biggest skills shortages in 20 years internationally. So with the experience that we have of kind of building talent pools across Europe, and both having worked across Europe, we've got a fairly good understanding of how to put something together. But what we've noticed when we started it is that you can't just do it using traditional recruitment methods, which has pushed us now into looking at other ways of engaging different businesses who are all doing the same thing within data analytics to then tap into those networks and therefore build the pool of people from that. So that's hence why it's turning more into a consulting advisory type of organisation rather than just recruitment.
I suppose once they get them, they need to keep them as well because of that.
Well, yeah, there's a number of different things really, isn't there? The customers don't really know exactly what they need to find, what the questions are, who to look for, what's available. And the people that are in the market want to get into it because they know it's something good. They don't really know what to do, how to get into it. And when they're in it, they don't know how to position themselves. So there's a lot of help required on both sides of the fence.
And that's why the consultancy piece is sort of coming to light, really. We're acting as more advisory
At the moment,
than anything at the minute, to be fair.
And we're building up a network of other businesses that not recruitment companies, they're consulting, training academies. You know, we're building our talent pool from that.
Yeah. And how long have you been working then with NextGear?
Since we incepted, so March, pretty much.
Yeah, the first session was really, was it
Very early doors.
Yeah,
with March.
March, April time?
And you had a previous relationship with Mark?
Yes.
Dave, do you know Dave?
No, I only heard about
I knew of Dave.
Yeah,
I didn't know Dave.
And you knew Mark beforehand as well, did you?
I didn't.
No, okay.
No, so I met Mark through Jez. But we knew we needed some specialists in to really help us grow this and scale it properly.
Yeah.
And we decided to make that. We made it such a good idea. We need something.
And that was the next question, is kind of what made you want to engage with Mark and NextGear?
I know a lot of recruitment businesses out there that haven't had the help from the outset, and they're 3 years into their life and the business is all over the place. We made the decision that we would actually engage very early on to ensure that we've got the right infrastructure in place, the right scalability and vision. Absolutely, we're working on that. And Mark and David really helping us put that into place.
They're helping us run the company.
Yeah.
And we're doing, obviously,
we're at the end of the day, we're sales guys. We never run a business. And
we look at what
but you know what I mean? We haven't run a business, and it's good to know that we've got to support those guys.
Yeah.
It's actually become businessmen.
Yeah. I think it is really important to support yourself with the right people, isn't it, around you. It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I made that mistake when I first started 9 years ago, and then kind of 4 years ago, I had to completely backtrack again to just think
we don't
about
want to do that. We don't want to hit a certain point and have to change.
Yeah.
You know, we'd rather just get it right now, invest. And it's, you know, we're investing into the business really, really early to make sure that it's right so we can accelerate growth.
Yeah. Yeah. Good work.
Yeah, I know you can do the job. You just have to convince them.
And so pretty much, 9 months, isn't it? Yeah. Into
Yep.
it. So what have you worked on so far?
Worked on as in
With NextGear or stuff.
Okay.
Well, we learned a lot.
Every session we have, Jez and I come out and our heads are just completely blown off by it, to be fair. What have we learned? What they're doing for us right now is they're really helping us put the vision in place for the business, which is key.
One of the first things we did there was change our mindset. So changed our mindset as in made us understand what our values are in the business, how a company's structured, where we need to concentrate our time and efforts, what makes it a solid business, understanding how to scale it properly. Learn about capacity planning. Learn about the importance of culture. It's been really eye-opening. That stuff.
And what to put in place to make your business sell at the highest multiple possible.
Multipliers, etc. We've learned an awful lot.
Yeah.
Did you have your staff? Because you've got about 6, 7 years. So did you have them on board right from the start, or during the process?
No, throughout the process we've been plugging people in as we go along. One of the key things Mark brought to the board more than anything was we were just looking to bring in salespeople, sell, which was causing administration issues for Jez and I. So one of the key points that Mark put across was that, look, guys, actually put in a business support person more than a salesperson, because that allows you to go and do what you do best, which is the strategy and the development of the business.
It's a big picture of the
As you kind of took them out, as you already knew what your values were and stuff like that. So.
Well, no, it was at that point where we learned. So when we were already thinking about recruiting more people, more salespeople, and then he brought it to our attention that actually your value in the business is X, so you need to be doing X to make the most of that. The more of these people that you bring on board, the more you're going to be, like Matt said, bogged down with doing
stuff you don't like and don't like doing.
Don't like doing it.
Shouldn't be doing it.
No, shouldn't be.
It's making it expensive. Expensive.
It's like the things that one that one of the first ones is your accountant, isn't it? And most even single owner businesses, they just keep hold of that doing my accounts to see it as a cost going out. But actually, just what they pay that account, that time spent doing what the stuff they're good at in the business, just pays for itself.
Stuff like that. So that was a mindset change for us. That's what's really worked.
And I suppose you're seeing the benefit of that with your staff as well, because they're all in that system now, aren't they? That sort of ecosystem that you're creating now.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. They're all buying into the vision where we want to be.
Well, they can see we've invested in doing things properly, so that builds confidence in the team. That we kind of have an idea of where we're going and what we want to do, and we're not doing it just because we're sticking a finger in the air and we think that we know how. We've got experts there helping us.
It's right. It's a kind of also in small businesses is knowing when you start taking a task, they don't know if you're going to be there tomorrow or or 2 weeks later. So it gives them that belief, doesn't it? They're buying into something.
We know where we want to be, and we're setting everything in place to get to that place as well.
So did you know when you started? Was it just kind of we want to start a business to get to this point, or has that been started coming out over the last 9 months?
Yeah, when Jez and I first talked about setting up the business, our goals have changed since we've had Mark's input. Yes.
In a good way.
Oh, in a very good way, absolutely. You know, we just came into this thinking we're going to wrap it all up and sell it in 3 years, be millionaires, bomb, done. It's not quite as easy as that. And Mark sat down with us and talked to us properly, and our mindset has changed in respect to where the business will be.
Yeah, so it's a good outset, but the problem is with that you go into it's all about the money, then, isn't it? That's the problem when you go into that set. And,
yeah.
And you start to get to know that as well. That's one of the things. So they jump ship quite quickly. The recruitment industry is quite bad, isn't it? Where people so they set up and then they go and set up on their own because they work for someone, don't they?
Yeah.
And then
that
kind of that mindset. Well, I can do it for myself, and
that does happen. There's a risk of that happening. It depends on what you're doing to engage them. Really.
Yeah. Cool. So you've answered a little bit, but what challenges do you feel that now you've sort of done the 9 months and you're where you're at, and when you already highlighted the challenges you knew that were going to come, and highlight probably Mark will highlight to you early on the challenges that were going to come up. What challenges do you feel they're there now for you? Where you are at now?
Because we're actually putting the strategy together now, so the challenges are making sure we get that right. It's more capacity and workload to build the stronger business plan.
Yeah,
but that's what they're helping us with. So we now have a proper structure to a professional business plan, which will pave the way for the next 3 or 4 years. Which we probably would never have been able to put together had we not engaged them. So that's probably one of the biggest things that we've learned, and we understand why we're doing it now.
Yeah.
So rather than us writing the business plan at the very beginning, just Matt and I just saying, right,
they just sit in a drawer.
Which means nothing. We know
it's actually vital.
I had this with marketing plans. I mean, when people ask me to do marketing plans, so we're just going to one that's going to sit in a drawer. Then no, there's plenty of other people you can do that. But
this will be the bedrock of our business plan.
So it's a meaningful plan that we're putting together now that actually does structure our company properly.
Gives us a goal.
It gives us a big goal.
And is that then highlight what the thing you think is going to kind of the brick walls are going to be for you in the next 6 months?
That a lot. He's given us a real understanding of. There's certain walls that you're going to hit, how you get through them, how best to move through that, and move into the next stage of your growth. So yes, he's definitely highlighted that to us.
Yeah. There's an understanding. The good thing about it is there is an understanding from a third party about how you're feeling at a certain part of the business growth, and sometimes you need that just to make sure that
you find that valuable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, it's great for someone to be able to tell you you're probably feeling like this right now because of that. Therefore, don't let that cloud your judgment or stop your ambition or anything like that. It's because you have better understanding of how the company's growing and how you're feeling at certain points that settles you.
And where they're helping out a lot as well is we don't just have to wait until we have a monthly session with them. If we've got an issue or a worry or a concern or anything, we can just get them on the phone.
So you feel you've got that relationship.
It's great support network.
Yeah. That's good. And what about you guys individually then? So, about the business a lot. What about you? The challenges that you've grown individually. Has it had an impact on you individually, rather than just the business, the stuff that you've gone through the last 9 months?
Interesting question.
It has, isn't it?
It's become my life. I'm breathing it, sleeping it, eating it.
And also we're very aware of each other and how we operate and the
strengths and weaknesses,
playing to those. Probably got us ticking finer over the last 7 or 8 months now. That bit's worked very well.
And so has any of that impacted on your own, on your life separately now outside of Eden Smith? Have you seen a change in yourself?
Only from a stress management point of view, but
yeah, no, there hasn't been. To be fair, there hasn't been much change.
No,
really. It's not been a huge eureka moment. Yeah. I'm working far harder outside of work than I ever have done before. I'm constantly on it, and I know Jez is as well. We're constantly on it 24/7 to ensure that business is at the right place.
Yeah.
And so we talk about change, but what's next? What's in the immediate future then that you're working on with NextGear? We're just going into 2017 now, and I suppose this will be your last session you've had this year.
Yeah. So we're now in a position where we're going to roll out our
3-year kind of payback.
Financial payback vision to the teams. We're also now in a position where Jez and I are looking at the overarching strategy of the business going forward.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of work around that today.
So in a sense, you feel like you've kind of got to already a certain stepping point. You can look back and say, "Well, this is what we've done this year now."
Definitely.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Onto this.
Yeah, we've made a lot of progress.
Yeah. Mark's helped us really understand our sort of payback period and what that looks like and what we're going to talk to our employees about as well.
Yeah,
it's been a good year.
Yeah, we talked very highly of you guys, and when we talk about case studies, they always be perfect, so up and coming, and ambitious. I know a lot of the things we talked about in the position issue, like restless, ambitious, and because a lot of people say, "I want to work with entrepreneurs, I want to work there," but actually knowing who your clients actually are and what they see themselves at is a big difference. So we talk about very much that ambitious and restless. They very much put you into that ambitious category.
I think we can say we are.
Yeah, very, very ambitious. Yeah, but at the same time, slowed down now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's key to this.
Yes, slow down to get it right.
But for all the things you said, is that you kind of understood. Way ahead of a lot of other people because you've done it from the start.
Yeah.
I suppose that's from your previous experiences because you're not just come out of college and start your own business.
Of course, that helped us. Definitely it did. Of course it did. But
you knew the sort of the structure you wanted to put in place and the importance of it.
We did, but we were also making a couple of mistakes going when we first had.
When we first started,
grow way too aggressively. Really, when we looked at and Mark sat us down, we looked at where we're at and slowed that growth down to ensure that it.
When we do scale, it's in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to finish on then, so if someone was either starting with equipment one then and said to you guys, how would you recommend NextGear?
How?
Yeah.
Blimey. Very professional, always approachable.
I'd say they've helped us now in, really. We're lucky we got them in early because I think we would have made a lot of mistakes otherwise, which could have cost us a lot of money moving forward.
Yeah.
And we are good at what we do, but we're not experts at running a business.
Yeah.
And that's what you need.
So it's that skill, finding that skill set, isn't it?
You need someone. You need a third eye on your company, and you need someone to be able to ask you the right questions.
Yeah.
To get the right answers, which ultimately will benefit the business itself. So it kind of takes that away. So, I'm chuffed we've done it. I am absolutely chuffed.
And with us being recruitment, the good thing with NextGear is obviously they've hired us, been there, done it.
Yeah.
Created business from scratch, sold them off. So it's great to know that not only have we got an outstanding business coach in Mark, we've also got someone who really gets our business.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't find it very easy sitting with a business coach who had no idea about my industry.
Well, that was the big thing. I think a good realisation for them initially that anyone can go on a weekend course and become a business coach.
Yeah.
And everyone knows it now. It's not like all the business owners know it. And so they can't relate to a lot of this stuff. Yeah, that's why it's a management consultancy and advisory. That you can't fake that stuff. Within a couple of questions, you'll know someone knows what they're talking about or doesn't know what they're talking about, or just been on a course and I've learned this business model and you've got to fit into it, you know, and it doesn't work, you know. And that's why coaching, particularly when people say they're a business coach, has got a bit of negative undertones now, because there's been too many people that have gone on these courses and then try to go, I've got this great business model and try and fit you into it, rather than actually what you're experiencing. It's all around you and actually around.
Oh, it's everything.
It's sport.
Yeah, no, it's really worked well.
Yeah.
Look forward to
Highly recommend them.
I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.